Samuel Antwi. Welcome to Wasserman Boxing. Welcome to Fight Week. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Training camp's gone well. We're down at Boxing Booth Gym now. We've been there for about 6 months, and I'm flying in the gym, so I'm feeling good. I'm ready to take it into action. Put it all on the show on Saturday.
There's a few things I want to ask you about your career today and challenges, but let's start by looking forward. What do you want to achieve with Wasserman Boxing? What do you want to do in your time? Maybe in the boxing, in the sport of boxing. What do you want to get to?
I want to solidify my place in boxing history as one of the best to come out of the UK. One of the best welterweights. If the future holds, we're moving up. I've been welterweight now for over 10 years since I started my amateur career, so I believe I can handle myself at super as well. So yeah, we're just going to solidify my place in boxing history.
The big fight that is coming up is one that we spoke about just before we came in. The fight to look forward to is Mason Carwright. Talk to me a little bit about your excitement for that fight.
It's a great opportunity, and I jumped at it. So, wherever the opportunity lies, I'm gonna take it. To be honest, it's a way up. It's a way up from what I've been competing at usually. But like I said, I know I can handle myself at that weight, and I'm looking to go in there, make a statement, and carry on building.
The British title on the line, what would it mean? So many boxers talk about it being a beautiful belt and being something that they look up to. What would it mean to you personally to fight for and hopefully win that title?
It is the third belt out of the trio. I've won the Southern area, I've won the English, and now it's time for the British. I never wanted to be a British title challenger. I have to be a British title champion. And come September or whenever the fight is solidified, then that's what I'll be named, Samuel Antwi, and the new British champion.
Talk to me about training with Adam Booth in Adam Booth's gym. What's that like? What's it done for you in your game?
I believe I've come on heaps and bounds. It's just going back to the basics and correcting little things. He's not trying to change my style. He's not trying to mold a new fighter, but he's just building off of it. I believe that the things I was missing, the things I was lacking before are now all coming into play. The drills are working. Now I'm pulling them off in sparring, and you're going to see on Saturday night as well. It's going to be a different fighter. They're coming for those knockouts now.
Obviously, the other names in there with Adam Booth, well known around the walls at Wasserman, Josh Kelly, Harlem Eubank. What's it like training with those guys? Do you have a good relationship?
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to train along those guys because previously I was always training alone. Now we've got Josh Kelly, Abbas, we've got Harlem in the gym, Mick Conlon, and all of these guys are top level fighters in the UK, and it's kind of friendly competition, when we're doing a certain drill or we're doing a certain exercise, no one wants to be outdone by anyone, so we're all pushing each other to get on, and it's definitely brought me on as well.
You've got some stories in boxing. We've heard lots of stories over the years from all different boxers, but yours, I think, there was one we were speaking about before, a fight that you ultimately lost in against Emily Colombo, but it was a bit of a different backstory to that fight. Can I ask you to tell me the story of that fight?
Yeah, so I haven't really spoken about it because I don't like to complain. I just like to get on with things. But
blame me for asking the question.
Yeah, it's years ago now, and I've just kind of held my tongue. But it was how would you put it? It was what would the word be? A setup from the beginning. From when the fight got mentioned to us, we got told different record. We got told different weight.
The fighter had a different record.
Yeah, we got told a different record. We got told a different weight. We went out there. So, long story short, my manager at the time, he was sickly and he gave us someone else to deal with. So he said, okay, this guy's gonna manage you while I'm on leave. So this guy's contacted us now, and he said the fight we had coming up probably in about 4 weeks had been cancelled, and we'll be out for the rest of the year. So we wouldn't have anything unless we have this fight in Zimbabwe. I believe this time was around June, July, something like that. So I was like, there's no way I can be out for the rest of the year. He told us a record. He was like, all right, yeah, we'll go out there. So we went out there. It was just terrible from the time we got out there. We had to take our I had to take a few jabs to go out to Zimbabwe, but this happened probably about 3-4 days before we went out there. So it was all kind of rushed because we don't want to be left out for the rest of the year. So we got out there. It was games from the beginning. You know, we got sent breakfast to our rooms. We'd eat the breakfast and then just feel a bit groggy the next day, or groggy throughout the day, and then we weren't allowed to leave the hotel because it was too dangerous. So we had to eat. I remember asking someone to I think they had baby porridge. We had to rehydrate on. I think called Cerelac. It's completely ridiculous, you know. But we went out there. Even though all the things was happening, there's just a warrior mindset, you know. So I was like, doesn't matter. I'm still gonna go out there and fight. The fight was happening. I was never injured in the fight. I was never down in the fight. I actually came out of the fight pretty well, you know. But I remember the referee stopping the fight as well. But I walked up to the referee as soon as he came in between us. I walked up to him, ready to go again, and he said, "I'll stop the fight." And I kind of just looked around confused. I was like, "All right, we'll just take it as that." But I was laughing on the way. But on the way back on the plane, I was laughing. I was like, "Yeah, these guys done us dirty." But you know, it's lessons. There's lessons, and in boxing, you got to learn these lessons to grow and to better yourself.
I was reading through some of the bullet points, and there was notes like the cutsman that was provided by the promoter vanished halfway through the ring walk,
yeah.
And
it was years ago. So I can't. But yeah, that's true. We was walking up to the ring, me, my coach, and the cutsman. While we was walking up to the ring, he just took a side step. He just went somewhere else. So it was like, okay, it doesn't matter. We got in the ring and we never saw him again, to be honest. So it was just all funny. The guy, the Manny Colombo, he didn't turn up to the weigh-in. Literally didn't turn up to the weigh-in. We were there. We got weighed in at it was probably like midday. He didn't turn up to the weigh-in at all. I think I ended up going in bed in the evening. They said he turned up around 9 a.m. He made weight. I was like, how do we know he made weight? It was all fun and games, you know, to be honest. But yeah, it's lessons.
I look forward to going further into that at some point. We've got a bit longer to sit down, but let's talk about you now. The future is Wasserman Boxing. The future is Mason Cartwright and the new British title holder, the new British champion. That's what you want to work towards. What happens? What happens between now and then? Knuckle down, get to work?
Of course, you know, we're in camp. We're staying in camp. As soon as we get this fight, the main focus is here. It's making a statement here as well. This fight is going to be at super welterweight. So I'm going to show that I'm going to boss this guy around at the super welterweight as well. You know, I'm not just moving up just because, but I'm going to show that I belong here, you know.
Well, we can't wait to see it. We can't wait to see you back out this Saturday, Samuel Antwi. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to Wasserman.
Thank you so much for having me.